What's going on, everyone? Hopefully you can hear me. We'll be starting here soon. Again, as normal, I'll be focusing on my own trading until I'm done with that. Then we'll get into answering questions, just shooting the shit. It's been a very slow market, so I don't anticipate it being busy. Welcome, Abe, Mo Hashimi, Hashi, Abe, Shadi, Ailey, Martin, Jonathan, Hermes. Appreciate you all being here so early. I appreciate it very much. Looks like I got one Twitch watcher as well. Thank you for watching me on Twitch as well, my man. I can't see who it is yet, but I will hopefully soon. My new computer is on its way. Hopefully it gets here soon, so that way I can stream a lot more with a lot more less headaches. This computer is just not as what it used to be. I'm still trying to solve the issue. I actually turned it off yesterday, which was a bad idea. And it took me, no joke, 41 minutes of constantly restarting it to turn it on. It's ridiculous. I freaking hate it. Okay, so I am watching SOS. Let's look at SOS. I mean, currently there's a downtrend. I'm kind of leaning towards a short if we're going to get a pop, but just not sure we're going to get that pop. ASTC. This is a little breath analysis test. It's not looking too bad right now. Definitely see this more as a long, but probably already missed that. TMDI, look at that double top. Nice little double top there. Not bad looking. It's just not up a lot, but it's definitely tempting. I mean, here's the thing with this market. There's not a lot to trade. So when you see something, you really want to trade it, you know? That's kind of how I feel right now. So I got to be aware of that and just be a little patient. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm watching it, but not too eager about it. CBAT. I'm not too sure about that one either. XL kind of looks like a long to me. But we'll see. Let's see. What is going on with XL? Class action lawsuit, like constantly, all these stocks. That's all you see with these damn things. It's a pretty big float. RMO, I mean, I'm kind of bent on both ways. I mean, could be a short, could be a long. I'm just not sure. I'm really not sure at all. I don't know. I'm kind of leaning. This could be either a long or short. I mean, I like this trend break, but I like that we're holding this 1150s. I like that we're holding this downtrend. So this could be either way. Definitely watching it. Gia, I'd love for a spike. Definitely love for a spike. CEMI, not really paying attention to that. ASTC is not really up a lot to me. If you can do me a solid, everyone, if you're watching the show, appreciate you being here. I will be getting to questions later when I'm done trading. Understand my trading is the #1 priority, especially at the open, but I will get to questions. I will look at chat later as well. While I'm trading, I'm going to ignore chat, won't be looking at it because it's a big distraction, but I will get to it. Do me a solid though, if you are enjoying the show, if you do like this and you want me to do more, please hit that like button. The faster we get to 100 likes, just the better I feel, and I appreciate it. And it helps me reach more people, so thank you for your effort and your support. Yeah, I was completely distracted. I forgot the market was about to open. That's what I mean. Well, that one maybe will go without me. Let's see. RMO. No, RMO is not looking like I wouldn't be touching that now. Not for a long, at least. However, we still got that. It's just tough. I just don't know about RMO. Completely missed the dip buy on XL, but that's gonna happen when I'm ASTC. Nice little pop and fail. XL, I missed the dip buy. I tried to buy that, but just missed it. It was pretty quick dip buy there, but it's not over yet. ASTC looks like it could be a nice short. RMO looks like it could be, as of this price action, looks like a short, but I'm not sure. Well, missed that dip buy on XL, which it's my fault. I was distracted. It's one of the annoying parts about being live, but it happens. God, it worked out really well. ASTC is looking nice for short side. SOS. There's just nothing great right now. And because of that, it's like, it's just gonna be one of those days where you miss plays that don't really have the range, but this is where I gotta make sure I just stay in the right mindset of, you know what, if I miss plays, it happens. It can always reset up. RMO is interesting. I'm kind of open-minded on this one. I don't know which way it's going to go. Obviously, it looks weak according to this recent price action. Like, the range on this is terrible. I short here. It's not big range at all. So it's just not appealing to me to play most of these plays. Like, even this one. The range looks pretty good, but the risk reward is not there for me. And things have been choppy, so I'm just waiting. And if I don't trade today, it's nothing new. Sometimes that happens. You know, I obviously there's part of me that wants to short RMO, but there's also a part of me that doesn't not sure, because big picture we're breaking this downtrend, and if we hold this 11s, it could easily squeeze. So when I get conflicting indications that way, I'm just not gonna I'm just not going to touch it until I get something that leans one way or the other. And right now I don't have that answer, so I just pass on it. But if we start to get a nice little double bottom or something like that, I'll probably go long. But if we get like a crappy candle, maybe I'll start shorting. I just don't know yet. SOS looks kind of good now. I mean, maybe I want to short on pops, but the chances of this popping is not high. It'd have to pop really nice for me. Same thing with ASTC, but I think the move is done. I think XL may be the focus. I'm going to take a small starter just because, I mean, I like this setup, but it's just a small starter right now. I could see this continuing upward later, so, but I could also see it come down. So I'm also just taking a small starter, and we'll add to it if we get closer down to these levels, but we'll see. I hope it doesn't go up though. Right now, that's too quick. RMO, not looking too bad, not looking too bad. I mean, I hope this thing doesn't squeeze already. But if it does, it does. I just sold a small piece. Because why not? I mean, it's moving up. But I would prefer it to drop a little more. However, I think it may just squeeze. That sucks. Damn. Alright, so XO, I mean, I like this price action right now, but I think it's too much too soon. I mean, look on the 5 minutes, just straight up. So I expect a better pullback. Like, that's not really a pullback at all. So hopefully we'll get one. And took a starter on RMO. It's a chase, so it's definitely a starter. We'll see. Hoping we get a dip so I can add to RMO. RMO would be nice for a dip. We got SOS. Looks like I'm just longing today. SOS is spiking a little bit, which is nice to see. But it's a baby spike. I mean, I need a big spike. Like a really big one. Hopefully up here at like 590s. Because then you got 50 cents, you know, maybe 590s. I just highly doubt that's going to happen. We got a nice little pull on XL. We're sort of trending. It's but we'll see. I don't like that we're just straight up. I'm waiting for a big pull, but haven't got that yet. Great. RMO's continuing higher without me. Well, not without me, but just got a piece. I'd like for it to settle down so I can add, but we'll see. I'll have to sell a piece right below 12. Just sold a piece. And I'll hold the other half. Looks like it's a long day, ladies and gentlemen. Just unfortunate I'm not able to get size because I'm just a little late today. XL. Should have had it in 890s, but didn't. I'm watching ASTC. We're getting a little bounce here. My biggest concern is 250 held, which is where I thought price target would be. I just don't know if I'd take this because there's not much range. You short here. I just don't know. I don't know. I'd rather have SOS bounce. I'd rather have RMO tank so I can add. And I'd rather have XL come down so I can add, but I just don't see either one happening. I may just have to sell. I'll just sell my rest of my shares and look to add on another dip because it's just going, and those are a nice little run right there. So I got to be happy with that move. It's a nice move right there. And look at this. It's just straight up spike. So I don't like that. I prefer it to consolidate, go, consolidate, go. And so now I'm just going to watch it for an additional rebuy. And then we get the same thing with RMO. RMO is just straight up spiking. Like, I don't like that at all. Look at that thing. Holy crap. It's wild. I may be done trading pretty quick. Let's just say okay day. But you know what? I gotta be thankful for taking the moves that I did take. And that's just part of trading. I'm gonna sell the rest at 1240 if I can get it. And then, because like I said, I don't like these straight up spikes. These don't hold very often. They just don't. And if this doesn't hold, then I'll be glad I get out. If it does continue higher, then oh well. But I think we're going to have a dip at some point, and I'll have a decision to make. Do I want to add at that dip? Or do I want to, not add? Still watching SOS though. And the SOS is the only one I'm more confident in with size. But that's because of how it's set up. XL was more of a chase, so I'm going to sell the way I did. And RMO was kind of a chase as well. And it is what it is. I was looking for another dip, but I kind of felt like we weren't going to get that dip when volume was picking up. So I just decided to take a piece. If you're enjoying this content, guys and gals, please do me a solid because it helps me out and it's an easy way to say thank you. Please just hit the like button. I really appreciate that. It helped me find more listeners or viewers. I say listeners because every Monday and Wednesday I have a show that airs at 12 market time called Be the Trader, where I interview successful traders who are way better than me, as well as share my own experiences. And it's a show on all podcast platforms and video format here on YouTube. So be sure, if that interests you, hit subscribe as well. I appreciate that. All right, we're getting a pull on XL now, which is awesome, which is good to see. It looks like we're getting that continuation on RMO though, which is great, but so we'll see if I get my sell at 1240. So it's interesting, today I haven't shorted one stock. I just been longing, which is really cool. Really cool to see from my point of view. Yeah, there we go. I think I'm gonna sell it. There we go. So I'm completely out, and we'll just wait and reset. And I'm just waiting now, sitting on my hands, waiting for pullbacks before I decide to get back in. ASTC, I'm just going to completely ignore now. It's not a play for me. I was hoping Geo would spike, but that's not happening. CBAT just melted. Nice. If you had confidence in that and you wanted to short it, that was a great little short, right? Not for me. I didn't see it. It's hindsight. It looks great now, but I did not see that. I mean, yeah, you can see a downtrend. I just didn't like it. It is what it is. Maybe I'm just not feeling it. Nice little pull finally. Here's the thing with XL. When things just spike up like this, there's a possibility it could be a short. There's a good possibility it could be a short. Which is another reason why I sold, because I don't like straight up spikes. Because people are going to short those spikes. So I expect this to pull back. And I think it's a straight up spike because of the 5 minute. Look at the 5 minute. Straight up spike. So I'll be very wary of this. I'm looking for a pull. Just managing some of my swings real quick. It's crazy. The market's been very slow for day trading, but swinging has been nice. And so I'm just going to sell a piece of one of my stocks real quick. On swing trading, I trade on my phone because it's easy. Like, it's not, I don't have to be in a super rush. So I'm not really stressed about it because I'm looking for big moves, big picture moves. Nice. There's a little pull on XL. Nice pull on XL right there. RMO is kind of pulling as well, which is nice. I'm watching XL, but I'm in no hurry to get in this right now, short or long. But I am watching it. Come on. All right. So it's only been like, this straight up spike is finally pulling back, which is nice to see. And that's not something to be alarmed at, but it is definitely nice to see. Cool, just adjusted all my stops on my swings. So those are going to be hopefully pretty sweet. SOS didn't really give us a bounce that I'm looking for. It did bounce, you could build a case why you should short that bounce, but I personally did not like that. So we got this bounce on XL right now. RMO's pulling back, which is interesting. Just took a piece right there. We got previous support. So I took a piece, but giving myself some wiggle room right now because it's the first real pullback. So it could pull back really hard. I would prefer to see this 1170s hold. This 1150s is key too, but I prefer 1170s to hold. So I'll give it some room. Probably too much room, but I just, 1150s is close by too. So we'll see. XL popped and failed. Good job if you were looking defending nicely, actually. Nice little defense there. We'll see. I'm giving it some room. I mean, it could easily melt through. And we'll see. I think XL could still... XL, I'm just not sure about it. I can see why some people are shorting, definitely see why, but big picture, I still see a long. It's overextended though, easily understandable, but I'm not sure. I mean, you have some support here, which it can't be ignored. You have its downtrend support. You know, it's hard to kind of gauge for me right now which direction I want to go. I'm still bullish on this, but I'm just not sure. And because I'm not sure, I'm not going to touch it yet. But I am watching it. I'm watching it very closely because we could easily start to shift. Pretty much RMO, if it breaks below the 60s, I'm definitely getting out. But I still think it's still bullish until that happens. But I have cushion to play with since I did go long both of these and already sold. And we'll see what happens. The market for me this week has just been blah, like break even pretty much, just small gains. It's just not even worth trading. But my swing trading is doing well. I just got to remind myself, you know, when one kind of lacks, as long as you're treading water, I think that's a win during slow markets, because I'd rather be treading water when it's slow than be diving, right? than going down. So that's just how it is. So it's going to be choppy. We got the continued pull on RMO. So on my second long, I'm definitely done for now, but I'm watching it. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like there's a strip spike, then pull. I'm iffy right now. No, I could be bad, but I'm back in it just because I'm just not sure that that was the right area for me to risk. I know I was saying 1150s at first, so really I should have been waiting. And we'll see. If it breaks 1150, then it is what it is. But on big picture, 5 minute, it just is the first pullback. And 1150s is a key area on this chart. So we'll see. I stand by because I do have to go to a quick bathroom break. So stand by. All right, all right, all right. Pretty much. So I think RMO tried it twice. After the first time went well, the second time not so well, so I'm done with that. Now it's just fading. So it is what it is. But XL, still waiting. Easily could build a case why you should go long here, but I'm not gonna go long there. I think I see now what's happening on RMO. It's just very choppy. I mean, we straight up, straight down. I'll probably be done with that one. But XL, I'm watching it still because maybe we'll get something. Let's see if there's anything else moving. Thank you so much for the like, my man, Ty. Appreciate that. I think that's going to go. But we'll see. Let's look at some other plays while we let that pan out. UTME is just... Oh, is this day 2? Interesting. Trade's very weird. As of now, I don't like that stock. I'm not too sure on ODT either. Huh, no coincidence there's resistance up there, right? I just drew that line and it just happens to be lined up exactly with this top. That's funny. I mean, every spike has failed in the past on this one. It's just straight up spike, came down, no surprise, but maybe. Their stock's just spiking out of the blue now. Man, I didn't even see this on my radar today. Straight up spike to resistance. History of failed spikes. Man. Oh well. Oh well. Oh man. Well, XL was the #1 runner today. I'm still watching it, but no, I wish I held, of course. Actually, not really. But dip buy would probably have been a good idea. Just waiting for a better dip, but it's actually not a bad dip now that you look at it. Twitch? 4 Twitch people watching? Okay. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Uncle Mickey, for watching, man. I've been good, man. It's just been a slow week. Today may be another day where it's just nothing happening. It just is what it is. You know, I longed XL, did decent on it. RMO, long, and then pretty much wiped it out because I tried twice on the way back. For a dip, that happens. And now I'm just watching XL for a dip. Also, may take a position on Oust. It's not the best, but I'm not going to lie. it's the only thing I can see. So, you know, I don't know. But I think at the end of the day, it may be a scratch day. So we'll see. We will see for sure. We got APDN coming down. Could be a nice short, but I'm not going to take it. I try and oust. I like the setup. It's not the best, but it's just the market we're in. So I'm just going to take what I can see and just call it a day. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Right now, I'm just going to give myself a high day risk. I'm kind of more interested though. What is RMO doing now? Just tanking. XL though. XL's still a nice stock. Look at that quick flush. That was pretty radical right there. Sure it scared the hell out of some people. No news on that. You could argue, hey, you should be buying this, but I don't like that flush, to be honest. It's pretty rad. Just covered a piece. And I think I was looking at a long on this to add or re-long, but I don't like this. So now I'm watching it. I'd prefer to really maybe, I don't know yet. I'm gonna let it do its thing, and we'll see. It's just a patience kind of day. That's all we're dealing with. I'm gonna sit down for a little bit, relax. Nice, oust is continuing downward. I'm gonna try to cover at 25, preferably is where I like to cover the rest. And be done with it. XL is bouncing. You know, it's kind of surprising to me a little bit. This definitely is gonna suck in shorts. I'm just not feeling it yet. I don't know. And when I don't know, I'm not going to touch it. It's very tempting for me to short it right now, I'm not going to lie. I went ahead and covered all of oust at 37 just because, I'm not going to lie, I'm impatient right now. So oust, shorted it, covered it all already. Because I want to pay attention to XL. Thank you, Uncle Mickey, for doing that. I appreciate it. Yeah, some people prefer watching on Twitch because it's quicker. I'm down with that. I'm trying to grow Twitch too. I'll be looking at questions more specifically once I'm done trading everyone. Just FYI, I'm not really answering questions yet, but I will dive into that here shortly. You guys ever get shit in your eye? It's ridiculous. All right, so I definitely don't want to be long XL. But I don't want to chase it either. So I'd love for this to pop and squeeze. We can see if we can get a big pop. Like, it'll be beautiful if we can get a pop to like 1050. Maybe this 1040 area. Like, we got resistance all right here. That'll be really nice, but I don't know. Maybe I can get a starter, but I'd love for it to spike. And you know what's crazy? Like, a reason why, so just a tip, like I don't ever personally like to focus. And if you've been new to the show, you don't know this, but if you're not new, you know I don't focus on P&L because it just doesn't help me. And I know it doesn't help a lot of people. It's just bullshit. What is important is execution, executing well. And I know, but you have a feeling, right? Like I know right now I'm probably like maybe up a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm break even in my head. And so those are the times where, sometimes it can work against you or for you. You can either be like, I see a play, but I don't want to take it with too much size and then become red. Or I see a play and I'm scared because nothing's working, so I don't take it at all. Or I'm going to size in really big, even though it's not warrant yet for this position, for this specific play. I'm going to size in way too big so I can make up for all of the slowness. Trading is really psychological. So this week has been slow. And I look at these entries and I'm like, oh my God, like if only I had full size. But if you think that way, I think it's a recipe for disaster. Like I enter full size whenever it makes sense, when I feel good, when it looks good, when I got confluence. And right now I don't have that. So I'm just taking little bites here and there, and if those bites equal something good, great. If they equal something break even, great. If they equal something negative, great. Because I'm trading well. And here's the most important thing. During times, if you look on Twitter, you'll see tons of people complaining about how slow it is, and I'm one of them. There's still opportunity, but it's how you trade. You got to adapt. But what's crazy is good traders, and I interview tons of traders. If you're new to the show, maybe you don't know this, but every Monday and Wednesday at noon market time, an episode goes live where I interview successful traders, or it's me giving my potential point of view, my point of view and what I learned. But one thing that stands out, it's about to pull back. One thing that stands out is they don't just go straight up, okay? And it may look like that on a big picture but if you zoom in, you'll see that there's months or even weeks where they're up and then they go like this for a while. Then they go up. You and someone who isn't consistent is like this. They go up and then they come down. Then they go up, then they come down. Or if you don't have any type of consistency, you're just going down. So during times of slowness, the goal should be stay alive, not dip, right? Just stay alive, just up and down, very slow consolidation, just like a chart before it breaks out. And I think what separates the professionals from the amateurs, they can withstand that frustration of just breaking even, up, down, just a little bit until they see the perfect move and then they hit up. That's the difference. And it's tough, because we've had a hot market and now it's going back to more of a slow market. It is what it is, but I just thought I'd share that with y'all. You don't have to agree. You can definitely disagree. But it's my own opinion. So we'll see what happens to this monster here. Are we going to get a squeeze or are we going to get a fail? I personally, I have no clue. I have no clue. Zero clue what is about to happen. But I do have a plan. And I'm going to stick to that plan no matter what. I think we're going to be getting the questions here soon because I don't see anything else to do. If you can do me a solid and hit that like button, I'd really appreciate it, because it will help me find more listeners, more viewers, and it's a nice way to say thank you, and I appreciate that very much. Here comes a little squeezer. Am I gonna get in some more? We'll see. I probably should have made that order at a different price. It's too late. I had an order at I think 40 is what I was looking at, but could easily get there still, so we'll see. So while I wait for that, let me answer some questions. Kip 3.0 says, are you a retail trader? I don't know what else you would call it, but yes, I think so. From my point of view, I guess maybe you're not. I don't know. I don't know why you'd ask that, but yes. Abraham, nice reversal for rail. Cool. Chi Win, hi B. Are you streaming like this every day? Not every day. I think I've streamed 22 times in the past month and 2 weeks. So it's just random. I just do it. Make sure to hit the bell and subscribe so you don't miss. Abraham, nicely said. I appreciate that, Abe. What is the float of Adrian wants to know what's the float. I don't know. Check it out. Because I don't know what ticker you're talking about. Ace, have you ever had a week where it seems you can't find any trade at work? Yeah, this week. You see it. Like I was just talking about that, right? Float on Excel. I think it was like 100 million, if I remember correctly. Could be completely off. Frank has a couple of good books for beginners. Thanks, Frank, for sharing that knowledge. Sai, what is the higher time frame direction? Depends on the stock. I think you need to be more specific. J. Neil, why short a stock on first green day? Because when you have a first green day, it doesn't just go green, right? The whole way. It doesn't just go straight up green, right? You'll see if you go pull up any chart that's been green before, you'll see on that chart, 1 second, it's starting to work for me a little bit. You'll see on that chart, I just covered a piece because it could not, I mean, it's possible, it could easily squeeze. I'm not worried about that. But to get back to your question, J-Nail Patel, why short a stock on the first green day? Go pull up any stock on the first green day and you'll notice there's pullbacks. Okay, sometimes rare, it's just straight up, but most times there's a pullback. So I'm just playing that temporary pullback. VR doesn't think the day is slow. That's awesome. Some people do, some people don't. I guess we all have opinions. We got, 985 sounds about right? So I probably cover most of my position right around there. Because why not? And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know why I even covered a piece there. Oh well, it is what it is. And I just have half of that position left because I'm just playing it safe today, like I said, and I'll just hold this and see if we get a fade. If we get a bounce, maybe I'll add. Adrian, did you look at level 2 when you trade? 99.9? No, I don't. Williamson, could you go over recent swing trades you made? Yeah, sure. So Disney's is a recent swing trade. Big picture on the daily, we're bullish, right? We're temporarily bearish right here, but I paid attention to it. I looked on the hourly and saw we start to trend, right? So when we start to break above this trend, I actually got in on this trend line at 185, right here on this dip, 185.60s. Risking below this 182. I'll probably get out below 184, but I gave it some room. And then it started to work. We broke above here, so I felt more confident. We're holding right now and we're consolidating. Like it could easily break under. If it does, I'm out. But I already sold a piece and I'm up pretty nicely. So just keep it. Pretty much that's it. I'm just looking at the hourly. And that's it. The hourly, there's the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily. And I'm just looking for patterns, like in terms of like trends and reversals. Maybe we'll get a spike on this. Maybe we will get a spike on this. Who knows? I don't know. No one knows. Cousin of Hermes. A while ago, I made a comment, and he goes, Alex, I made a comment a while ago about we might be learning the wrong lessons in this hot market. The learning curve never stops. That's true. That's correct. Frank Morales, very nice way to follow your gut on Excel. Thank you. I appreciate that. Tesfayet, what do you think of OCGN? Well, let's go find out. What do I think about it? Initially, I think shit. Like bad company, right? Bad trading. Looks like a short to me. I'd be short bias on OCGN. Without a doubt. I'd be short bias. That's moving, right? We're up 90 cents a share. But you can't ignore that we're trending either. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're definitely trending, so gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. We got a little further pull, which is nice to see on this one. I think ideally on XL, I'd like it to pull to this like 950 area, and I'll probably get everything else out. So we'll see if that happens. Okay. Chi Wen, hey B, how come you don't look at level 2? 99.9%. I thought most traders look at only level 2. Yeah, you're missing something. I think you're just trading I don't know how you got that concept, but I believe, my own belief is my own belief, right? Yours is too. But I meet more traders who don't even really use it that much compared to the ones that do. So I can tell you that. Some love it, who scalp and who what's the word I'm looking for? Scalpers. Scalp strategy. In and out, in and out, in and out. That makes sense. So it doesn't really make sense for the way I trade, so I don't use it. But it's all preference, brother. Nikul Patel wants to know any tips on how to get started swing trading. Made a couple of videos about this. Check them out. Probably about a couple of weeks old. Go check them. I'm going to be doing a whole series probably about my swing trading because I love it. It's so fun. And it's, to me, personally, it's easier. That's just my opinion, though. Chi, do you scale in your positions? Nah. I do. Sorry. I haven't been really going in full size today because it's just been a blah day. There's nothing great to me. Not a good range, so I'm not going to risk that much today. Uncle Mickey says, yo, check out ODT. What the hell happened? Let's see. Oh, snap, dude. Is this somewhere? Oh, it was on my radar. Oh, it's moving up now. Interesting, right? Very interesting. I don't know. It's definitely bullish right now, I can tell you that. But I don't know. I don't have an idea for it yet. Hadrian, be a water. Bruce Lee, be like water. Yeah, man. I love Bruce Lee a lot. Like, so much. We got... This is Kip 3.0 says, I'm new here. Binary options, same as Forex. I don't trade either, so I don't know. Jason Scott says, do you trade higher time frames for any particular reasons? Do lower time frames like the 1 minute give false signals? I do both. When I'm day trading, I use smaller time frames. When I'm swing trading, I use large time frames. Abraham wants to know, is this going to go down? I mean, I'm just going to cover. I'm just kind of like pretty antsy right now. So I'm all out of XL. XL was a nice trade. I mean, I went long, sold, went short, covered. I'm really happy about that setup. And I think I'm done with those. Abraham, what do you look for, or what excites you for stock to swing? I'm looking for ascending triangles. I'm looking for reversals of breaking a trend. I'm looking for breakouts, and I'm looking for a trend line dip buy, and key areas of support and resistance. All of that. By the way, if you can do me a solid, if you're enjoying this kind of content, enjoying the back and forth, asking questions, please do me a favor, hit that like button. And if you want to go a little further, hit that subscribe. If you want to go a little further than that, say thank you. You can either do one of three things: either share the show with a friend, another trader, or hit the bell so you're notified when we go live, or if you want to go a little step further than that, hit that little join button on your screen there on the YouTube channel, and you can make a small pledge donation to the show. And it's just one way to give back and say thank you. So just want to let you guys know my ultimate goal here and why it's called Be the Trader and Be the Story is because I want you to be the story that your family and friends can share with others. I want you to be the trader that can change the trading community for the better, right? I want you to be the trader you want to be and you envision. And I'm trying to change the trading community towards the better of giving back and helping others, because it's a lot easier to go the other direction. So help me out by doing that and showing that you're about that too. Holy crap, you see that light? Holy moly. It's like super bright. Stand by. I'm going to get back to questions. I just have to do a quick bathroom break. Alrighty. Oh, my music stopped. Jay Raymond, have you heard of Qual Magi on Twitch? Oh, cool. That's cool. Alright, well, Jay Raymond, I have heard of him. I just don't know much about him. But I'll check him out. Frank, welcome, Frank. Thank you for joining me. David, I think I do invest by swinging, right? They're just not long-term investing. But like most of my swings, I'm in for, I think, a minimum of a week, it feels like. But some trades, I'm in for a month. Charlie, RMO wants me to look at that. Let's look at RMO. I mean, this looks like it's going to die. Definitely looks like that. Chi says, would love for you to stream every day, brother. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. Give it a shot, Chi. Stream one day. Trade live and see what it's like. You understand. I mean, me personally, I just do it when I feel like it. So that's just how I'll always be. I can't promise you. Test fight yet. What are your warning signs once you're in a short trade? My warning signs would be reversal signs, like higher lows, breaking down trends to the upside, and obviously hitting my stop. Jay Raymond from Twitch says, I don't think I have the emotional stability for day trading anymore. Haven't been able to break over trading for the past 3 years. It's tough. Swing trading's a little bit easier because it's less on the mental. That's why I think it's easier. But I agree, it's very tough. I mean, it took me 3 years to beat my head against a wall, pretty much. So, and it's still like this week, it's frustrating. I don't know if everyone here knows Steven Ducks, but I was talking to Steven Ducks. He's a great trader. I was playing StarCraft with him yesterday. He beat my ass on that game. He's really good. But I'm getting there, and one day we'll beat him. So if he sees this, just know I'm coming after you. And he was just explaining to me how slow it is this week and last week. For him, it was so slow, and I get it. It's been slow. But the difference between like Ducks and everyone else is he can sit on his hands and play StarCraft. Whereas everyone else is trying to trade and force things. And for me, I'm getting to a point now in my career of trading that I'm able to recognize it and maybe downsize, trade a little bit more safe, be a little bit more on guard, be a little bit more skeptical. I miss things. Like I miss things today. But I'm more comfortable because when things get hot, then I'll be here still, right? Like that's important. Yeah, Jay Raymond, good point. Thanks for the like, Frank. Thanks, Memphis. I appreciate you, Memphis, as well. Memphis says we appreciate you taking the time to do this. I thank you too, man, because if you look at Memphis's name, he has a little B sign next to his name because he's a pledger to the show. He makes a small donation to the show once a month to say thank you. And if you want to do that too, you can. You just hit that join button. It's a real small pledge, and I appreciate that. So thank you, Memphis, for doing that. Abraham, is a time of day you prefer to buy a swing trade? No. I don't care if it's middle of the day, morning, pre-market, after hours, end of day. If it hits a key area, I'm buying. Hari says ODT seems weak. Based off of this right here, sure. Like if you just look at this, sure. If you look at this, it does not look weak. It's still trending. And we're holding this area currently. Doesn't mean we're not gonna break down soon, but currently. And to me, it's still trending. You can't really ignore that. I don't see it as a play. For me. I'm pretty much done for the day. I don't like that chart for a long, and then for a short maybe, but I just don't want to trade it. I don't feel good about it. And that's something I want to highlight. Even though something kind of gives me a signal, I'm at a point now, if I don't feel good about it, there's something wrong. My gut's telling me something. I may not understand it, but I need to pay attention to it. Whether that means don't take the play, whether that means downsize a lot, I need to pay attention. Because I know personally, back when I was not consistent in any form or way, I would ignore my gut. And I usually regret it. Whether I skip out on buying a long or short or covering or selling, I usually regret it. Thanks, Frank, so much for the follow. Appreciate that, brother. Williamson, what 2 trades for me this month? 1 hour profit. Good job, man. Took me a long time to not overtrade. Thank you for helping me along. Absolutely, brother. Appreciate you. Thanks for making a pledge to the show. Appreciate that. It doesn't surprise me. Only 2 trades either for the month. It's slow. From Spain. Okay. Maybe when I come see the World Cup, it'd be dope. Abraham, I use no indicators. I draw my own lines. Nicholas asked me if I can check out OCGN. I think I checked this out earlier. I look at it. It's more of a short play. More of a short play right now. We're hitting resistance. Clearly, right? Straight up spike to resistance. I could easily see why you'd short that, but I don't want to play it. So I'm not. The only thing I see is that, there's nothing else other than that kind of resistance. Maybe you got, let's go back further. You got resistance here too. Easily. Thank you for the follow, ad boy. I could see why you'd short it, but I'm not. Now it's a chase. So right now, let me just give you an idea of what I'm thinking. XL is continuing to fade, and it's working. Oust, I covered way too soon. It's continuing to break down, even though the range isn't there. So I'm going to take this and pay attention to that. So the next time I see this, maybe I can have a little bit more leniency in holding. Because the market could be showing me something like, hey, pay attention. Maybe it's kind of working right now. So I'll do that. Jay Raymond says I got an alert trigger KOPN for a swing. Wants to know my thoughts. On the weekly, we definitely got a little bullish here. It's choppy, but still a little bullish. Has some pretty good resistance here at 12, like be careful. And to me, if you buy it now, it's like a chase. Like a pretty big chase. Because I could see it just hovering in this channel, and we just failed resistance, so I'll just be careful. But I'd also say stick to your own plan. Like, who cares what I think? Stick to your plan. Because if you don't, you'll never make consistency. Because you're going to rely on everyone else. It's okay to get feedback. But don't let that feedback change your plan when you're already in the play. Stick to your own play You should ask questions before you get into a trade. And in fact, you should ask questions to learn and not to just jump in right away, right? So now take the question, take the advice, whether you take it or not, it's cool. It's up to you. But then now stick to your own plan and then review it later. Otherwise, you're going to be in your head. I prefer you not to ask questions about plays you're in because then you're going to get in your head. I'm telling you. But I don't like it. I would not be long. I would not be long. There's just so much uncertainty, right? I mean, I have no clue if it's going to break 12. I just don't know. Look at that. Excel's working even more. It's a good sign for later. Nice. Jay Martin, process over profits all the way, all the way. Sebastian, that's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you too, bro. I appreciate you understanding who that man is back there. Appreciate that. Welcome. Oh, what's thank you so much, Dad. Appreciate that. All right, thanks for the subscribe. Robert, buy before, thank you for the subscribe, Randy. Robert Cameron, buy before market open, get in before market open, using that bottom trend line, of course, as a stop loss if closed below. I have no idea what you're referencing, but okay. Good job, Jay Raymond. Jay Raymond says stop is set. Forget about it. Yep, I agree. That's, by the way, I'm answering questions on Twitch too and YouTube. And I have a couple of Facebook watchers too, so that's pretty cool. By the way, if you are enjoying this, do me a solid, hit that like button, share the show with someone else. And a reminder, every Monday and Wednesday, I release episodes of interviews with successful traders or me giving my own perspective on what has helped me find my consistency. They release at noon market time every Monday and Wednesday. And if you want to go above and beyond, which I very much appreciate, like I said, share the show with someone, subscribe if you haven't, hit the bell if you haven't as well, and hit that join button and check it out. You can make a small pledge donation to the show. It's a good way to say thank you, and it's just another way. Elias Lara asked me a question. How do you find the stocks you're going to day trade or swing, like XL, for example? How did you come across it? So, let me go through that process for you. The first step is on my platform and on anyone's platform. You can look up the big percent gainers. So I look up that first. See what is the big percent gainers pre-market. From there, I analyze all of them. I look at every chart. Now I'm looking to see what is familiar to me. What is something that stands out? Once I find that, I may look at the float. You don't have to, but I may look at the float sometimes to see, is it a small float? Is it a big float? Because sometimes that can be an indication of how much range it's going to have. I draw my trend lines to see which one's more clear to me, which one's easy, quote unquote. Even though the easy one may not work, because sometimes you'll ignore the hard one and it'll work amazingly. But I'm looking for the easy trade because you need confidence in that trade. If I don't find much there, I then go to a website. It's a free website. I'll show you. I'll send you the link right now. I go to this website. And if you're watching on Twitch, you're not going to get this link. You have to look on YouTube because I'm posting it there. And I look at the pre-market movers. I look at their big percent movers and the big percent losers because there's plays in those, in both. And I do the same thing as I mentioned earlier. And that's it. Omni, please don't sit here and try to promote like that, brother. That's your first warning. It's all caps. It feels like promotion. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but just be a little bit more calm about that, my man. I think it was automatically deleted by Streamlabs because it was all caps, so just know that. Robert, I have no idea what you're saying. That just sounds, I have no idea what that really means. To me, it seems very arbitrary and kind of too, I don't know. I just feel like you won't have consistency like that. Alessandro Capelin asked me, Alex, okay, it's hard to, maybe you just typed it wrong, but Alex, did happen often when you started that if you don't take a trade in the day, you feel you waste a day? Yeah, all the time. How did I get over it? I just stopped worrying about it. I went to go work out. But I also do multiple things. Like, I don't just trade. I run my business, I run my YouTube channel, I'm editing, I'm recording, I'm interviewing, so I'm doing something all the time. Getting sponsors on the show, stuff like that, to where I'm not only doing trading. If I was only doing trading, then it'd probably be really bad. Because it's hard. It's not easy. Because in times like this week where you don't make any trades, especially if you're trying to live off your trading and you're new and you don't have a big account, then it's going to be tough. You're going to be forcing trades. So I suggest just have something else going on in your life, not just trading. Yeah, Willy Will. Yeah, sure. Do all of those things. Jay Raymond on Twitch was saying he limits himself to 3 setups now for day trades. Well, 6 because they work short too. But at least I can journal them as a specific setup, and I have 3 swing setups with names. Hopefully this helps with overtrading. It can. It can. Hey JP, you trade something, brother. I don't see anything else to trade. I've already traded. AJ on YouTube saying trade something. If you're here for that and you're here to make demands, just dip out. Like, I don't need you here. But I want you to know I'm only going to trade when it makes sense. And you already see that I made trades. I longed XL, sold it, shorted it, sold it, covered. And I already made trades on several other stocks. If you just joined, then you might want to rewind it or wait till it publishes later so you can go watch that. But what's up, Derek? Thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate you being here. Wooly, your last one, Tinder, is hilarious. Adios, AJ. Thanks, Jay Raymond. I appreciate it. Keister King. What a name. My man, is SOS still short? Let's check it out. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. That's very interesting, huh? I mean, big picture, I'm still short bias. Small picture, still short bias. But this temporary action right here is very interesting. It's 11 o'clock market time. I just don't like trading midday personally because they're very choppy. Like we just had a bottom, a fake break, recover, higher low. Like there's some signs here that aren't adding up to be like, hey, I need to short this, right? So right now I just can't touch it. And plus the range, like you could risk 570 maybe. But I think that's a force. I think ideally I need it to pop high. And here, if you short here, best case, maybe you can cover in the 40s, 30s. But that's like if everything works out peachy. But we don't know that. So the risk reward just not there. And that's why I'm not going to touch it. And plus, look at that support right here. Tons of support. So there's so much conflicting. When I have things going both directions, I kind of just ignore because I don't know. So I gotta be honest. I don't really know. What's up, Bed? Thank you for being a pleasure to the show. I appreciate that. And welcome back. Prajesh. Hey, bro. Wishing you amazing luck from Aussie land. This is the way. Good vibes. Amen to that, my man. Amen to that. And you know what's crazy? I went to Australia, I think last year. No, the year before, right before COVID. I think it was the year before COVID. Longest flight ever. But good times. Good times. Jay Martin says, the guy who says trade something, this is the kind of people looking to get rich quick. Yeah, absolutely. That's why I told him, see you later. Always rise. I agree with you, brother. He says, word. Naveen Bhatia, thanks for the show. Thank you too for being here. Panda, please tell me, sir, your XRP goes to high again. I don't know. I don't know when things are gonna make moves. That's called predicting. And trading's not about predicting. It's about looking at price action and having odds on your side. So hopefully you saw me review SOS here, right here. When I talked about that and how I wasn't sure because it was conflicting. Give me 1 second, everyone. I gotta take a bathroom break. All right. So it just looks like good lessons today on those shorts on both Oust and XL. They ended up working a lot better than I thought. Oust is bouncy now, so. But I personally am not going to touch it. Carl, Christian, hey, welcome. Thank you for watching the show and loving the podcast. I appreciate you. I've been doing lives like a lot lately, so if you miss those, hit the bell so you don't miss them. Christopher, I watch all the ads, B. I appreciate that, man. It's a good way to give back too, because, I mean, hey, it helps me out on the YouTube channel, right? Ben Krupa, what's up, man? Thanks for all you do, brother. Thank you too, man. Elias Lara says, if you were to be where you were again 3 years ago, so if I went back 3 years, would you be studying patterns, past charts, or would you be in the action, paper trading, tracking strategies? I'd be doing all of those. And I would never be in a chat room, personally, because I think that was a huge, just crap, personally. But I would just do all the above, and I would just constantly study. There's so much content on YouTube, like my channel and some others that are free. Some of them push a service, but you don't have to do that. You can just watch for free and gain knowledge. Jay Raymond, I agree, man. He's on Twitch. He says, kind of sucks because we all get into trading to get rich. Thought I'd be rich in my first year. Same. Blue 50K. Hey, I can understand that after the first year of lucky wins. Sorry, I gotta answer something real quick on the text. He go and continue his sentence. Now in about 5 years and have blown another. Yeah, I understand, man. It happens and it's tough. It just takes a lot of time. Woolly Will, yeah, casinos suck. Who shot me? That's sell cocaine. Yeah, cocaine's a hell of a drug, that's for sure. Woolly Will, Rockets. Bad Pure Hot, thank you for the live trade again. No worries. John Harper just got in. What did you trade today? I traded a couple stocks. Be sure to rewatch this when it goes live or publishes. You can watch all the trades live. But XL is one you're looking at right now. I longed it and then shorted it. Kevin, your shows are always very informative and filled with knowledge and trading gems. Trading community needs more genuine traders like you. Thank you and keep up the amazing work. Thank you too. I appreciate you. Please share the show with a friend. Jay Martin, I don't have any trade stocks and I don't miss the streams. I have no idea. Okay, cool. I don't understand. That means I have no idea what you're trying to do, but that was funny. Project Bro got a question. How do you control your mindset? I don't control it. I meditate every morning and I just have learned to let it. I'm nowhere near like an expert because like in personal relationships, sometimes my mindset can get a little like sometimes even though I can acknowledge feelings, sometimes they can still take over. Sometimes in trading, But meditation has helped me a lot to acknowledge what's happening in my mind and letting it come through and flow away, right? Like just come in and go, because I can't control it. Like once it's over here and about to get in, like I know it's there, I can't control it. It just comes in and goes away. But if I focus on it, it stays here and it just focuses and festers and grows and grows and grows and can drive me insane. But if I let it come and go, then I can acknowledge it, give it its brief moment, and then let it flow away. Johnny V. Real says, dig your style, man. Is your YouTube also Be the Trader? Yeah, you can type in Be the Story, I think is what it's called. But Be the Trader will pull it up too. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. By the way, if you're on Twitch, follow me because I'm trying to grow Twitch. And if you're not on Twitch and you're watching it only, most people are watching on YouTube, and you have a Twitch account, go follow that, because some benefits to Twitch is that it goes live and it's instant. So it's not like a delay. YouTube does an automatic delay. Do you know something about Islam? No, I know nothing about that. Super. Good question, man. I'm trying to make this happen and stay with the mindset that my efforts will result in reward. But the outside pressure is something I wonder how other people deal with. So 2 parts to your question. Number 1, I just want to mention efforts does not equal a reward, especially in trading. I used to think that way too, because I used to work at a corporate job, and the harder I worked, potentially the more money I made, right? Trading's not that way, because the harder you push stuff, the more money you can lose. So just to correct that real quick. But how do I deal with the whole pressure of like trying to work hard and make things happen, but not rush it, not be in the pressure of outside expectations? Number 1, forget about outside expectations. Like, don't worry about what people think. Don't share with anybody anything. Keep it to yourself. Your P&L, your process, that's all up to you. That's private. Who gives a crap about anybody? Secondly, remember, it's a marathon. Think in your head, in 5 years, I want to be somewhat consistent. Just think about that. Don't worry about making big money. Just be consistent. That's it. Consistent. Okay? In 10 years, you want to make money. I know it sounds like a lot, but think about it this way. If you don't do it and 10 years go by and now 10 years are later and you're just working your regular job and you're like, man, I wish I had an extra income. What if trading was that? And you had 2 incomes now. So don't rush. Damon Brown thinks IDX is a great play. For him, it may be. To me, it looks like no range. Like, there's no point in trading this. But I'm not dogging you, man. Like, I know people who may see it too and love it, and they trade it and do well. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. A couple of reasons. The range. I mean, look, it took, what is this, a week, 2 weeks to go from 240 to 340, a dollar move? That's like so slow. But I want more volatility. Doesn't mean it's not good. I just don't like it. Kevin, you are wise for a young man. I appreciate that. I don't think I am. I've just made a lot of mistakes. And I'm basically just telling you the mistakes I've learned. And pretty much any answer I give you is because I've made the same mistake. And that's all. And I'm not that young. Well, it depends on who you are. So this water bottle, right? I think it's a little bit more than half a gallon, because drinking two of these is more than a gallon. I think it's like a gallon and a half or a gallon. So this is probably like 3/4 of a gallon. Anyway, actually, I don't know. Maybe someone else knows if you look it up. But I can tell you that by 9 p.m. I should be at the bottom. It's only 10:30 a.m. my time, and I'm pretty much already done with it. So if you're wondering why I'm using the restroom so much, it's because I drink a lot of water. Jay Raymond says, from Twitch, thank you guys for following on Twitch. I got 9 people watching. I love it. Give yourself at least 10K hours of study before you break even. I agree with that 100%. Like, some people may kill it, and those are the rare ones. But I'm not a rare person. I'm normal. So, you know what? It took me a long time to break even. Adrian wants to know, how do you surpass the PDT rule? I think that answer is so simplistic that it just doesn't really pertain, that's why I haven't answered it. I mean, it's simple. You need over 25K, you need to find consistency, or you need to save up money and put money in your account. Those are the only options. Memphis, we both got the same teacher, the School of Hard Knocks. Yeah, it's for sure. Abraham, what is a good range trade? I don't know what you mean by range trade. Okay, because that could be specific for your type of style. But what I will tell you, just from answering just off the top of my head, a stock with range, right? It's like that has a lot of range. So you can buy the lower end, sell the high. Short the higher end, sell the low. So if, for example, XL had a lot of range, right? Look at this range. Over $1 a share. $1.50 a share range. That is nice. I want that type of range because you're not going to make it all, but you'll make a piece of it, and that's important. Oh, from the Philippines, who asked about getting over PDT, Jay Raymond from Twitch had a good answer. He says, or options cash account, focus on tie option spreads, and make big ADR if you want to scalp options. I'm not going to say I agree. It's another option. I don't know. I don't do that. So I have no clue. Oh, and you can also create multiple cash accounts. He's not asking how to get around it. He's asking how to surpass it. But that's one way to get around it. Casper Munchholm, I agree with Casper. What he just, I'm not going to read that. That's like half a book. But I agree with what you're saying. Less is sometimes equals more. Like I said earlier, I was playing with Steven Dux yesterday on StarCraft 2, and he's only traded like probably once or twice in the past 2 weeks. He's just saying it's so slow, and I agree, it's so slow. I mean, usually I'm in multiple trades, but right now I've only done a couple. Joseph, he goes, what do you look for in a daily chart to make a good day trade? So let's review one of my day trades today. XL, right? I longed XL. Remember, I longed it today and then shorted it. Why did I long it? First off, we're breaking this downtrend, right? That got my attention for the long side. Secondly, my allergies are kicking my butt because tons of wind in Texas past couple of days, so tons of allergies. Next, I drew support lines, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. We got support. We're breaking to the upside. I like this. We got consolidation, breaking out. I like it. So I was looking for a long. That's what I'm looking at. Big picture first. Adrian, I do not trade spreads. I don't. Elias Lara, I disagree 100% with Adrian. He said go to Tim Sykes. I disagree 100%. 100%. I disagree so much. I think you don't need. All I would say is I'm not going to push a course to you at all. I'm not going to tell you who to go sign up for. You can sign up for who you want. You can ignore my advice. I think you can learn a lot about who you are as a trader before you go pay for some service. And I think you could do that by watching channels like mine. There's Matt Diamond. There's 7 Points Capital. There's S&B Capital. Some of those sell a service, but you don't even fall for that yet. Watch all of their free content. And you'll kind of get a gauge of what you vibe with. And then if you want to go buy a course, go do it. But I think you need to slow down and pump the brakes. Kevin says, when you say long, what's your time frame? Long means buy, by the way. And the time frame could be, if I'm swinging, it could be weeks, days, months. If I'm day trading, I'm same day. It could be minutes or hours or the whole day. Oh, man. Thanks for the follow, Joey. Appreciate that. By the way, everyone, in about 20 minutes, I have a new episode going live. I hope you all do check it out. And if we're still live here, trading, right? Answering questions, at least open it up and have it play in the background on mute, because that does help me with the algorithm. And at least hit the like button on the video, because that helps me too. I appreciate that. If you like this content like this, but all I'm saying is those are easy ways to give back, and it helps me feel motivated to continue to do these things. And I'm not gonna lie, I love doing them already, but extra motivation is always nice, because I'm trying to do as much as I can to give to you guys. So whatever you guys can do to give back to me, it's awesome. I appreciate it. The reciprocation is amazing. You don't have, saw that? You don't have to, but there's ways you can do it. You can like the videos, you can subscribe, you can hit the bell. You can hit the little join button that basically says I'll make a small pledge to the show, or just share the show with friends. There's so many ways. And by the way, the episode's going to be going live today. The title is called Make Your Small Trading Account Pay You, which I'm sure has a lot of interest for you guys who have small trading accounts, and how to make it pay you and to think the right way. And it's going to be a great video. 1 second. I think my wife has a question for me. All right. So, Pack Wing asked me, how do I determine where I'm going to get out? What am I looking for before I get out of a stock? So before I get in a stock, I already know where I'm getting out. So if I get in a stock, I already have a plan and I'm going to get out at a certain price. So in Excel, when I went short, I was looking to add. If you missed it, it's all good. But if you go rewatch this video, you'll see and hear me say I want to add. And I was looking to add in the 10, I think it was like the 1040s, and I missed it by a penny. We hit 1039. And I was looking to get full size. But I was going to risk off a high day at that point. And then if it held above the 1040s for a while, I might have got out sooner. But if it broke 1080, I was out. Like I already knew that before I even pressed short to begin with. So I don't decide that after, I decided before. Elias Lara, is the platform you're using with Cobra Trading? Yep. This one's called DAS, but you can use it with all types of brokers. And this one here is Thinkorswim, and you can use it. Like I don't even have Thinkorswim account anymore. I just use it to look at charts. If you do go out to Cobra, if you mention my name, they give you, I think it's like 25% off commission. They give you, I think, a free month, a free live demo, and so forth, just by mentioning my name. It does help me out a little bit. Man, tell you what, my freaking allergies are kicking my butt. That's for damn sure. Oh snap, we hit 15,000 subscribers today. Thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing if you have. I appreciate that. Justin, I'm not sure if DAS works on Mac. I just don't know. I don't have a Mac. Elias, Laura, I appreciate that. You know, I think a couple other podcasts that I enjoy. I like the Trading Coach podcast because he talks about mindset. I like that a lot. He's more of a, I think, Forex, I think, but I still like how he thinks. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jay Raymond. I appreciate that. Adrian, you are definitely new to the show, and I appreciate you. I've already interviewed Jack Kellogg. He's been on the show twice. So go watch those, and we may bring him back in the future again. SN, Google, Dash Trader Mac, right? Yeah, I agree. It's as simple as that. have a haircut today. Dope. I have an interview today. Dope. Some good things coming for the show. Got some good episodes coming. I do trade the afternoon market. It's not all the time, but I do. But right now, I'm waiting till the afternoon, really. Jay, how did I deal with self-confidence problems? Crying, being mad, and learning to forgive myself, and learning to be easy on myself, and learning that there's no expectation. Like, I was putting hard expectations on myself, which didn't need it. Being able to forgive myself is important, and being able to move forward and understand it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's how I dealt with confidence. My voice is going away. Thank you everyone for liking the video too. We're at 125 likes. I appreciate that very much. I cannot wait for my new computer. I cannot wait. I have a question for you all. Who here is subscribed already? If you are, type in subscribed. If you're not subscribed, tell me why. I'm just curious. Like, what would help you do that? I'm just very curious because feedback is important to me. And we may agree or disagree, but that's okay too. Thanks, Jay Raymond. Thanks, Joey from Twitch. Twitch. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Elias. Thanks, Spears. I'll show you the new PC, Johnny, in a second. Thanks, Gage, Supa, Dev, Ali. Oh, y'all are awesome. Carl, always. Thank you, Adrian. Bed, appreciate it. John, appreciate it. Karan, I don't have a Discord. I have Discord, of course, because I play video games with friends, but I don't share a Discord. Don't have a room. I don't teach, anything like that. Jay, thanks for subbing. Mo, subscribe. Appreciate it. Kevin, appreciate you. Sub day one, bro. What? What do you mean, day one since I've been here? Or day one you saw me? Christ, one of your first 500. Oh, Chris, you bang yo-yo. Dope. I appreciate you. I'll join the server right away. I don't have a server. Expert, just dance to your video accidentally observing before subbing. I don't know what that means, but appreciate it. Do subscribe, Pack Wing, a follow-up question. I'll get to that in a minute. Naveen, appreciate you. Rodney, appreciate it. Jay, appreciate it. And Pack Wing, just remind me to subscribe. Oh, I appreciate it. 3 people who thumbs down. What are you thinking? I don't know, Spears. You have haters everywhere. But you know what? Hating is another form of appreciation. And also, it's more of like, it's like appreciation and frustration or like jealousy, whatever you want to put there. So I appreciate it. Your show is the most useful, realistic approach to trading on YouTube. You trade at a super sensible pace and you think through what you're doing. This is the most useful thing. Thank you, Dr. Lane. Sam, can I have your Twitch link? Yeah. No, I'm not going to make a Discord ever. Like, maybe that'll change, but I have no plan. Because then I'll be bombarded with questions all day, and I enjoy my free time. Thank you, Gage. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I have tons of interviews coming out every Monday and Wednesday. Everything comes out at 12 market time, so about 8 minutes. Today is more of a educational piece, giving you perspective on what has helped me. Some days it's that, some days it's interviews. I do have a Twitch. Just be aware on Twitch, I'm going to eventually start playing games too. That's why I'm growing my Twitch, because I like to do both. So it won't just be trading. Because apparently I don't think people like me gaming on YouTube. So I probably won't do it that much. Hey, thanks, Kevin. My go-to game at the moment is definitely StarCraft 2 because I'm trying to beat Ducks. So I think I'll be on that game for a while. Thank you. You like the door behind me? Appreciate that, Expert. Thanks for the follows, everyone on Twitch. Elias, for day trading, I use every time frame. For swing trading, I only use the weekly, monthly, daily, the 4 hour and 1 hour. Thank you, Justin. Process over profits, I agree. Aronos. No, not StarCraft. Yeah, I like it. I also play Valorant, which is a first-person shooter. That's my favorite because I like first-person shooters, and I play StarCraft because I like it a lot too now. Kevin, I have no opinion on SLGG, be honest. But I like esports a lot. I think there's a lot of potential. Oh, Aaron, like Space Zombies? Yeah, I like Clash Royale on the phone. It's fun. Grand Theft Auto 5 Remastered? That would be cool. Chris Eubank. Yeah, that's crazy, man. He was one of the first 500 subscribers. This guy named Chris on Christ or Christ, I don't know, but he is on YouTube. He said he was one of my first 500 subscribers, which I appreciate because it took forever to do that. He goes, I remember one of the first videos about losses when you could feel that you wanted to cry. Yeah, yep. Who shot me? I put my Twitch earlier, so just scroll up. You'll see it. It might have just went so fast, you might have missed it. Just scroll up and you'll see it. It's called Be the Trader, one word. I may change it one day to like Be the Gamer. Or Be the Trader, Be the Story, I don't know. Thanks, Jay Martin, I appreciate it. Someone wants me to look at, who said that? I saw it just now. Tesla. Adrian was asking about Tesla. So Tesla Like personally, right now, on the daily, I mean, right now, it doesn't look too bad. You could build a case on swinging, but you have to use very wide risk because, sure, we're above this downtrend and above this in an uptrend. I like that confluence a lot. However, it's so far away from any reasonable risk. You could risk 660 maybe if you went tight. You could use 680 if you went super tight. But, I could see Tesla. We know how Tesla moves. I could see it doing this right here. See how it dipped? I can see it dipping, shaking people out because Tesla's choppy. And come here and then bounce. So I'm a little wary on Tesla. But I'm more bullish than anything. I definitely don't see an entry for me. But I can see why you're interested in it. Tesla's hard to swing trade to me. I think NIO, which I'm not interested in it. But if I was going to swing something, it'd probably be NIO because it moves more reasonable for accounts. I think Tesla's just wild. Unless you can do wide risk, it's very wild. In fact, Tesla and NIO, what a great short today, huh? Too bad. Excuse me. Matt, that's a great question. He goes, how do you focus on trading while also responding to all these questions? It's hard. It's why I don't do it every single day because else I'll be burnt out. And I miss plays. I missed a play this morning. Completely forgot the market was going to open in like a second. And I just had no clue of time. And I was like, ding, ding, ding. I was like, oh, and I missed my entry. So it happens. It's hard. And I think it'll make me better over time because I'm getting better at multitasking. I need a third monitor so I can keep chat up. I got to keep chat up over charts, which is very bad. Because 2 monitors is good for trading, but not for streaming to me. David, what do you do when you're so invested in the market that you stop focusing on school, friends, and physical health? I just smelled my hat and it smells okay. Just FYI, if you're wondering. Dude, you need to take a step back, brother. Because family and friends mean everything to me. A lot more. Business is important, don't get me wrong. But you want to have people to celebrate with. So take a step back and maybe take a week off. And try to make a schedule where you call your friends once a day, once a week. I try to do that really hard. I try to call friends, close friends, maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks. With guys, it's different. I could not talk for months and be okay. But I'm trying to make an effort, and that helps. And it makes me feel better because the relationships grow. Yeah, Willie Will, you're right. It's pre-recorded trading for Matt. Mine is live, but it's still live trading. It's just pre-recorded, and he explains it, which is still valuable. Jay Raymond, I speak my thoughts out loud regardless if I'm streaming or not because it does help me trade. But when you're streaming, I'm not going to lie, there's pressure, right? It sucks losing, and then it sucks losing money, and then it sucks losing in front of 160 people, 200 people. You try it and you'll understand. And then winning too, and then dealing with dumb questions, questions that are focused on money only, are just dumb to me because it's the wrong mindset. Dealing with that sometimes can be draining. So there's stress there for sure. If I just didn't stream, it'd be way better. I just trade. But I enjoy it too because my mission is to give back and help others succeed. Okay, so one thing I wanted to mention. If you all who are here still watching, if you can do me a huge freaking favor, like a huge favor. And what I mean by huge is like really small. If you guys can all go here. If you all can go to that link, watch the new video we just aired just now. It's called Make Your Small Trading Account Pay You. Like the video, share it, or let it play in the background all the way through. I really appreciate you because it helps me out in the YouTube algorithm, help me find new listeners, new viewers. I'd really appreciate that. So if you can take a minute, click on that video, watch it, or put it on mute in the background, let it play all the way through, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate that. Especially if we have 160 people in here. If we can get a quick 160 views, that would mean a lot to me. And it's an easy way to say thank you because I know some of you haven't subscribed maybe, or some of you haven't hit that join button to just see if you want to make a small pledge to the show. But this is easy. Just click the link, play in the background on mute. Really easy to do. Plus, been answering a ton of questions. Thank you, Maureen. I appreciate that. Thank you, Packwing. The editing style goes off to my editor. He is phenomenal. He's a best friend of mine. Does a great job. He edits amazing. Thank you, Roberto. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Maureen. Thank you, Jay Raymond. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate it. Means a lot. Really does, guys. I work really hard, and my team works really hard to make good content. And the more you guys can help me spread the word, the better, because we'll continue to grow. And our goal is to grow, and to grow in a good way, and giving back, and to stay in that lane, and to change people's perspectives. So you can help me with that. Thank you, Naveen. Appreciate it. Thank you, Elias. Jan, that's cool. I appreciate you. Thank you, Jay. And you know, Jan, you can watch it. You can put it in the background now and let it play all the way through, because that helps me. And then watch it when you're done watching the stream, and that helped me too. It's 2 watches, you know. But either way, it's good with me. I appreciate it regardless. Regardless. I don't know. There's like some show that did that. Oh, first time commenter? Okay, I see you. So I'm talking about, guys. We have 49 views in like 4 minutes. That's all you guys. I appreciate it. James Lindsay commented already. I think that was the first commenter. Thank you for that. Maureen, how do I do that? Do you mean, oh, maybe I can do that. Let me check. I think I know what you mean. Do you mean like in my description of every video, put my Twitch handle? Or do you mean, is that what you mean? You might mean put it on the top of my main page where people can see. Which, that's a good idea too. I don't use a script, Justin. I'll work on that Twitch thing for you guys, because now I'm curious. Let's see if I can do that right now. Yeah, Twitch is up now on the main channel. But now I need to put it on the thing like you said, because that was a good idea. Boom, done. Done and done. So done. Now it would be easier for people to find me. You're absolutely correct. Appreciate that advice. Just did it. Well, I'll tell you what, everyone. I appreciate all of y'all. I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. I'll come back if there's something else to trade. I'm going to go get a haircut. Thank you all for being here, and do me a solid. Watch the video. I just went live 7 minutes ago, and like it, share it. All that is very helpful. And if you want to go above and beyond, check out the join button, make a small pledge to the show, share the show with someone else. There's so many ways you can give back, even that are free. Share, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Thank you guys and gals, and y'all have a wonderful day and trade right.